What's going on YouTube? Exciting video today. We're hitting the highway, got about a 5-hour drive one way to check out a boat. It's gonna be pretty epic. I actually have 2 boats lined up. Honestly, not sure which direction I'm gonna go yet, but I'm buying one of them for sure. They're both really good deals. Let's hit the highway and I'll explain a little bit more. All right, we are on the highway, making good time. Wanted to leave early to get all this driving at night in the dark out of the way. Driving in the daylight with a trailer behind me is going to be just the better option. A lot of wildlife on this road. It'll probably be 1,000 kilometers, if not more, round trip today. So full day of driving. And it always takes a couple hours dealing with the person once we meet up and going over the boat and everything. So we got plenty of time, everything's looking good, and it's going to be a crazy day. So originally I was going to look at a LYNX OUTLAW riverboat. Found a crazy end of season deal, a deal that I just couldn't pass up. I go to the bank on Friday, pull out all the money, bank draft in the guy's name, and everything's good to go. About to hit the highway. But then Friday night, I get a message from a guy I was talking to months ago. And he accepted an offer that I made him way back at the end of summer. And now we're getting close to December, like it's almost winter, right? Like it's off season. Nobody's selling boats right now. So it's kind of a buyer's market, especially with the economy and everything. And this Mastercraft owner accepted an offer $5 grand less than the riverboat I was going to look at. So that's a pretty big chunk of money. And it was just an offer I couldn't turn down because it is a newer boat, nicer boat, all around just a better boat in general. It does need a little bit of work, but for the price, it's going to be an awesome winter project. So I really hope the boat's as good as he says it is, but if it's not, I have the second boat lined up as well. So 100% buying a boat today, just don't know which one quite yet. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be an epic day. I'm going to have to stop, get a coffee here soon. Barely slept last night, a little bit anxious. I don't know if you guys are like me before a big purchase. I have a really hard time sleeping, kind of going over in my head if I'm making the right decision. But you know, life's short and you gotta experience things when you're young enough to enjoy them. If you guys follow the channel, you know I love my toys. So this is just a good example of us kind of prepping for next year, and we're gonna have a really good summer. Lots of memories like always. Look at some of these colors. Just beautiful. It's a sign it's gonna be a good day. It's all gonna be worth it. Just keeps getting better and better. Soaking it all in. Well, it's been a long day, kind of back and forth on the lake boat, the river boat, but I decided to get the river boat. Originally, I was dealing with a gentleman on the lake boat, but do you ever get that feeling that you just can't trust somebody? From talking to him last night and this morning, his story on the boat kind of changed, And I just had that gut feeling, you know, and went with my gut and bought the riverboat instead. This gentleman was way better to deal with, and everything just worked out really smooth. Super happy with it so far. So this is a 2005 LYNX OUTLAW. Solid boat. Has the soft touch sea deck flooring, and the interior on this thing is sweet. Usually riverboats are pretty plain, and this is fancy. All the laser cut edges and everything, all the brand names in it. Like, this thing is sweet. Set up, diesel heater. It's got wet sound speakers, so top of the line speakers, Bluetooth stereo, diesel heater outlets, and it's got a couple of amps. And I can't tell what it has for subs, but there is a big subwoofer box up in the bow, so that's gonna sound really good. Oh, I'm pumped. This thing is sick. Full camper top in the bag there. OUTLAW. Love the bench seat too. My last riverboat just had the hutch on the back, and the engine was super loud, so this is going to help insulate all the engine noise, especially because it's a two-stroke. Two-strokes are pretty cold-blooded. They scream, they're loud, kind of obnoxious, a lot of engine noise, a lot of exhaust noise. So this is going to be just awesome. Lots of storage in here, nice dual battery setup. It's a nice boat, especially for the price. I love buying stuff end of season. Here's the diesel heater. Yeah, end of season, you always get way better deals that way. If you're patient, you gotta wait a whole year to use it, but it's definitely worth it. So it does need a little bit of work. It does have the full Teflon underneath. The trailer's a little on the rougher side, missing some lights. Tires aren't the best. Scrubbing a little bit on the inside. One of the bunks needs to be replaced. So trailer is not so hot, but super happy with the boat. This thing looks so good. If you've ever seen my last riverboat, this is a huge upgrade. I'll show you a picture here. Here's the old unit. Tons of big dents all over the place. We took this thing pretty much everywhere you shouldn't have taken a boat, but we made tons of memories along the way. Pretty basic interior. This was literally the perfect first boat. No regrets at all. Everybody gives the two-strokes a hard time, but I love these things because they're so light. You can take them anywhere and there's no consequences. You get stuck, me and the wife could push the boat back in ourselves. Like, they're just tons of fun, zero consequence. This boat will take you anywhere. Places you shouldn't go, you can still get there. So lots of videos coming next season on this boat. We're gonna have some pretty epic times with it, I know already. Late start to the season, but sledding season's right around the corner, so that'll distract me for a little bit at least. If you guys are into sledding, you should definitely check out my GSXR 1000 timber sled. That thing is pretty sick, one of a kind. I'm gonna have some videos on that this winter too. So we got some fun happening all year round. Gonna be sick. Kind of a common theme here too. This is a wrap, believe it or not. So it's a pretty good job. Only a couple little flaws here you can see. But all in all, looks really good. My last boat was wrapped too. Wraps are probably common on these older boats. Kind of hide some of the scuffs and scrapes. over the past 20 years that just happen on these boats. Definitely no avoiding that. And just like that, we made her home. Fits in the garage, barely. Without a folding hitch, barely fits, but it does. So just enough room to work on the trailer, get her ready for next season. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.